Alright, let's get going. Get back into the game. Alright, so I'm gonna do the first thing. We just bought some Ultra Balls before. We're actually gonna go and fly over to Olivine City. This is a Pokemon Silver only approach to playing the game. Um, because the special Pokemon in this game versus in Pokemon Gold are different. Wow. Immediately ran into a wild Pokemon. It was surprisingly quick. Speaking of which, actually, I want to make sure I have a Pokemon that can use Whirlpool. I think I probably want to put in another Pokemon rather than put it on any of these. Well, I can put it on Tentacool. Tentacool's a pretty good Pokemon to teach a bunch of things to here. Waterfall is kind of the same thing, but can't really teach it here. So I'm just gonna teach Tentacool Whirlpool and then we'll figure out the other one. Actually, yeah, we're gonna go south towards the Swirl Islands. Or the Whirl Islands, not the Swirl Islands. It's a Swirlpool, that's what it is. Whirlpool, Swirlpool. You may recall areas where there are whirlpools down here. We are going to head back to that area. Oh, I never fought this trainer. This is the right route. I need to actually go up from here, but... So the thing is, you can press A on the whirlpool. And then that will remove the whirlpool. And it's just gone. Then you can go in from the northeast side. Well, is there a northeast side? Let me see if this is the right spot. We'll find out. Okay, we're gonna have to use Flash here. Who can use Flash? No one. Okay, so this was not the right approach. Alright, hang on. I had a Pokemon I could use Flash before. One of the challenges in these games is figuring out what the best formula is in terms of getting the right Pokemon to do what you need to do, right? So, Kenya, for example, is Fly. Now to recall... I'm going to deposit Eevee, actually. If Eevee was evolved, Eevee could use Flash. We did have a Pokemon that could use Flash earlier. Let me think about this. It's a normal move. Many Pokemon can use it, but it's not every Pokemon. I think Bellsprout would be able to learn it. And Bellsprout may have been the one who had it, actually. Let's see. Take a look. Bellsprout was the one who had it. Okay. I'm gonna switch back the boxes. I'm going to change the box back to 2 so things can actually caught. Because Drowsy actually would be an option too, because Drowsy could learn a few moves. So if we use Drowsy as a move, or as a... Well, Drowsy can only really learn Flash though. We're gonna head back down. We have a Pokemon with Flash. Tentacruel. We have not actually caught a Tentacruel yet in this game, so let's see what we are able to do. We're going to switch to Gyarados. Well, that's a little annoying. I can use an antidote later if I don't want to go all the way back, but now I just want to try to catch it. I can use its Ultra Ball now. Very nice. Got a Tentacruel. One of the tricky things in Pokemon games always is how many Pokemon can you get away with HMs? Because HMs are not the best moves, right? So, other than Surf and Strength being fairly decent, Fly's not bad. Um, Cut is not a great move, Flash is not a great move, but those are moves that are still useful for navigating the map. So it's still helpful to have. That's the issue, right? So there are Pokemon, for example, in newer games like Zigzagoon, can learn like 4 different HMs, making it a very good choice. I don't know if there is a Pokemon that learns 4 here, but for example, Ducklet in later games is a duck that can fly, so it can learn, the Surf and the Whirlpool and the Fly, and so it's a very good Pokemon to have because it can swim, it can surf and fly, which are 2 of the best moves you can have in the overworld. Like Flash is useful in certain situations, but it's not really the same. So I'm going around this other way to see where the other Whirlpool is. Just looking at what kind of items I have. And then there's this Whirlpool, right? I'm still gonna go back to the other section there. There's that northeast section. Like, using repel is all practically useful at this point, but I'm gonna still fight through. When you're just trying to get to a destination, using a repel, like in water, can be definitely useful. Because, you know, beating a level 20 tentacle, not the best experience. So the goal here is actually get to the Whirl Islands. We are not there yet. Due to all the Pokemon that are just swimming around here. I gotta say, these swimmers really have good stamina, right? Because they're just like hanging out in the middle of the ocean, just chilling. Okay, this was the whirlpool I had removed earlier. We'll re-remove it. Oh wait, I need to go around again. Alright, now I actually do have Flash as a move. So we can go in. I'm gonna save again here. It's even more limiting to walk around because you really can't see anything. Um, and we can go up. Oh, crabby in here. Right, we're gonna use another Ultra Ball because we have Ultra Balls now. Whirl Islands, of course, have the crap of Zubats and stuff, because of course it does. Zubats are like in every cave ever. Okay, we got another Ultra Ball. And then we can head down the ladder. Another crab. These crabs are everywhere. Well, you can get a seal here. Right, we got a seal. Got an escape rope. Alright. I'm gonna keep moving down. And go through the ladder here. So you can head out the door, but you're not really gonna see anything out here. So you come back in and use flash again and just cross the side and surf. We're gonna go through. A lot of crabby showings here. Where there's calcium, we're gonna head down towards the ladder, go through. So that's gonna give us most of the items in Whirl Islands. So we are through that area. We're now on the southwest side of the Whirl Islands. Now to figure out where we head out. I think we would go out north. Nope, it is not north. Trying to see where to get out of this area. Nope, not that way. It can be hard to tell because of where the reefs are. I doubt it's this way. Yeah. Okay, so it's the southwest direction. I think in this. So I think we would go back up. So that's really the southeast cave. So we're gonna go back in from this direction now. Alright, we need flash. This time we're dropping down the top cliff rather than the bottom one. And we're going to keep going down the ladder. Okay. We can always toss an item too to make room. Not that you would want to toss anything that's big. I should have deposited more items, but that's okay. I can go ahead and toss out like an awakening or something, or an antidote. I can toss out an antidote. Just max revive is a better item. Alright, we're getting close to a big encounter here. I'm gonna surf down. Some items, we can't reach those items yet because they're on top of the cliff. There's a horsey here. That would be something to grab, right? How are we gonna get this horsey? Maybe the Great Ball should probably catch this horsey. Probably don't need to use an Ultra Ball. Alright, we got a horsey. Alright, we're getting ready for the big encounter here. We're going down. Down the waterfall. Alright, we're at exactly 10 minutes now, and this is a big encounter. I'm going to save here.